For those who come here in need of something, whether it be friendship, a family vibe, art, music, and just everything you could possibly want in a group of people. You can feel the care and their want for you to grow.
Kids are the future, and to see a blank canvas being born and brought into the studio from the time Bobo, starts teaching them capoeira. Sometimes they're one, sometimes as long as they can walk. That's what we say. As long as they can walk, bring them to class. But to see a child being nurtured, it just paves a path of success. It eradicates fear, you know what I mean, and builds so much self-confidence. As she had mentioned about the unadulterated energy, that's one of the things I love the most to see about the kids. They'll never tell you, I don't want to try this, or I might not ever be able to do that, because it's what I always tell them, you're made of rubber. You're made of rubber. You're going to be ready to go again. And so utilize all this opportunity to build something that you won't be able to build as much later on when you get older, because life takes over.
Capoeira has meant such a connectedness and unity that we never expected. So it started out as, let me try to get in shape. But as I've grown and had my family in Capoeira, it's meant so much. Like, it's like our life. It's like music. I feel so connected. I feel connected spiritually. I feel connected to my ancestors. I feel connected to the universe as a whole when I hear the music.
Working with children makes people a better teacher in general, because if you can break things down so that children understand it, I think you see the world and you see a lot of things through a different light and a pure light.
Sega and Bobo are like the mother and father of the group, and I think they lead by a great example as far as being able to juggle their personal lives. Bobo, she's a doctor, then they have a daughter, and they have other things. But when they're here, they're here. They're probably the two most giving people in the group, because they've given us the foundation for us to build on and us to train.
I think of everybody here as part of my family. Like, if I need someone to talk to, I can always talk to someone that's here about my problems or anything.
The Capoeira spot is so many things, both to the entire community and the people who train here. It's a space for exercising and health, but it's also a social space. It's been just so incredible for my girls to have a community. Without that community, our lives would be less fulfilled.
You're teaching one of the most basic, primitive skills out there. And not that we want to fight. You don't want to fight. You pre-train for and hope that the war will never happen, but when it does, you know how to conduct yourself. And the confidence that they get, they become fearless. If at the age of 10, you're already doing backflips, spinning on your hand and your head, what else is there out there that you cannot do? So that inspires me, that capoeira, the tool that it is, and how dynamic and versatile it is.
I like to come here because people are kind and it makes me feel strong, and when people try to attack you with their bodies, you can just kick them in the face.
We have kids that have basically been born and are growing up here. We have kids that come out of their shell. We have adults, one way or the other, where they're going through, some good times or bad times. This is where they come. This is where you're free to be who you are. We actually touch people's lives.
A lot of the kids here hang out with each other, you know, and what you see is like the development of some very significant, long-lasting friendships. They're older, and you know, I see them kind towards the other children, nurturing, teaching them the way we taught them, and that's really great to see. Teach your children to be kind, teach them to nurture, teach them justice, teach them fairness, teach them how to speak up for themselves, how to take care of themselves, how to take care of everybody else, and that is how you change the world.